We are on chapter 53, and before I even start, I have been flooded with stories from you guys. If I haven't opened up your messages, it's not that I don't want to. I have so many to get through. I fly to Samoa in 5 days, and I have still not gotten through half of everyone's stories. So I'm filtering everyone's stories out to shorter ones, the more juicier ones. So don't take offense if I don't submit yours straight through, okay? But here we go. Before my baby daddy and I met, I was a German. So I've never done any bad things. Tell me why the first time I decided to give him the good, we were in the church room at the back. Sis, can you tell me why? Out of all places to do it, in the church? It was a prayer meeting and it was dark. Not only that, but come to find out there was someone asleep there the whole time. Say, ay kayo, ese. Next one. Let's call the husband Kui, the wife Sipungi, and wife's sister Ngaifi. Interesting. Back in Samoa, we help clean up the Whaiwhe'ao's house once a month, the entire congregation. Some people who are loko ka iki are familiar with this. It's now my family's turn to help the Whaiwhe'ao, and mind you, we had to provide our own equipment, as in the salu, ako, moavao, etc., for the cleanup. While Sipungi, the wife, told Kui, the husband, to get the saluku from the house. We live 5 minutes away from the whalesao. While Kui was gone, all of a sudden Ngaifi, the wife's sister, said she wanted to go pee and refused to use the Whaiwhe'ao's bathroom and said she'll use the bathroom at home. Let's say it's been an hour since Kui, the husband, went to get the salu and Ngaifi, the wife's sister, using the bathroom. Again, we only live 5 minutes away. Everyone had forgotten about them but Sipungi, the wife. So she took it upon herself to go check on Kui, and Lord behold, Kui and Ngaifi were doing the bad things behind the house while Ngaifi's holding on to the saluku that his wife told him to get. To this day, Ngaifi and Kui still do the bad things secretly when Sipungi's asleep. Oh man. Next one. I'm currently pregnant with me and my partner's first child. 1 week after finding out we were pregnant and at our first scan, my partner passed away very suddenly. Oh, I'm so sorry. After his funeral, my father-in-law would have multiple talks with me, saying how much he loves me and baby. At first, I didn't think anything of it. One afternoon, I decided to help him cook for our family lunch, and he told me again how much he loves me and baby. He asked for a hug and kiss. I hugged my father-in-law and went to go kiss him on the cheek, as most island families would greet relatives, when all of a sudden he grabbed my face and fully smacked his lips on mine. I was in shock and couldn't believe what just happened. Fast forward, I decided to go to church with my sister-in-laws, and we were all getting ready. I was in the garage charging my phone when he came in and asked for another kiss. The nerve of this old man. Of course I didn't kiss him, but yeah, that's my secret. Oh my gosh, first of all, I am so sorry for your loss. Second of all, you need to tell your sister-in-laws or your mother-in-law what's going on. Like, it could end up being worse down the track. I really hope this works out for you, girl. Next one. I am a mum to 3 very young, lovely children, all under 5. I've been with their dad for 5 years and counting. He hasn't been the most faithful, and his family has been total shits to me. He is in Australia on the fruit picking scheme, and I've been living the life of a stay-at-home mum. As I said, he hasn't been the most faithful and has a few other baby mamas and exes who I am close with. I'm sorry, let me read that again. Has a few other baby mamas and exes who I am close with. What? He has cheated multiple times, and I have seen messages believing he still is. Anyways, enough about the loho. We are planning to tie the knot in a few weeks. So a few weeks ago, I went out with my cousins and decided to stay out for an extra hour. Although my parents almost got me, I'm 27, it was worth it. The boy that I stayed behind with is 6 years younger than me. I got him to take me home with a pit stop in the middle of town where he proceeded to give me the best 30 minutes of eating the punans of my life. I didn't want to do the bad things with him because he didn't look like a risk I wanted to take. But you took the risk of him eating the punans. Moral of the story, if you're going to stay with the narcissist, toxic mofo, do stretch your legs and spread them because it will do wonders for your mental health. Besides this boy, I managed to do a bad things with the sneaky link to keep my sanity around my toxic baby daddy. Why don't we just break up, you ask? Well, that's for us to think about, isn't it? Makwale makes sense. Next one. I was bored and spontaneously joined Tinder for the fun of it. Iangale, there was a chapter in my life I regret. I've been on Tinder on and off and I would always match with this guy. Let's call him Shrimp. We would always catch up and joke or flirt and I would never let him hit because there was just something so sus about him. Anyways, I joined Tinder this past June and I finally let him hit it. And he would just call me all the time on no caller ID because he's married. Yeah, I should have just gotten the memo and seen the red flags from then on. But I was just so invested in our whanga chemistry. While I was doing the bad things with him, I was also doing the bad things with this other guy. Let's call him Westside. Next minute, felt a bit sick after a week. Yep, you guessed it, I fell pregnant. I told Shrimp and never heard from him then on. I carried on with my pregnancy, doing my scans and stuff on my own till one day, Shrimp calls me, but he forgot to put his number on no caller ID. I screenshotted so fast and put his number into my phone. I forgot that I did it for a few days. I was on TikTok, and you know the suggested accounts that TikTok gives us? I noticed there was a person that looked familiar. It was Shrimp. Clicked on his TikTok, looked through his followers, and saw the same kids on another profile. Girl, the way my jaw dropped to my fours. It was his wife's account. Never have I ever felt so disgusted in myself and felt sorry for his wife and kids. I cried and questioned myself to my girls, but they were just saying, you didn't know, it's okay. Which I didn't know. If I knew beforehand, I wouldn't have gone through with the bad things with Shrimp. I ended up texting his wife about all the shit with receipts. She called me asking for a fight at Miami Park. If you know, you know. What is Miami Park? I was shooketh, but then also understood where she was coming from. July 15th came up. Oh, you even remember the dates. I parked up with a couple of my mates, and mind you, I'm still pregnant. Arrived at the park, waited until it was 3 a.m. as she was a no-show. Hold on. You showed up to a park to have a fight with his wife, and you're pregnant? But she was still texting me throughout the whole time I was waiting. I just left that as it was because I knew she probably didn't have a babysitter. But a few weeks after that, I miscarried on my 8th week. She probably cursed me or some shit, but yeah, don't go on Tinder, people.